Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths. Let's build. Where I was seized with inspiration the other day, because I don't know. It's a great thing that happens when you take a wee break from the Depths. Sometimes is that you're just wandering along, doing other stuff, and then suddenly you think, you know what would be really cool? A cargo plane that moves fast and doesn't require any power. Oh, what a coinky-dink. I know how to do that. Because of the wonderful thing that is spin block propellers with wings on them. So I made a spy plane for my latest campaign playthrough, Finest Hour, custom campaign. If you haven't been watching the streams for that, treat yourself because we're having a wonderful time. But yeah, so I made a spy plane very similar to the thing you'll be seeing built on screen right now. By the way, this is at times 2 speed. I wish I could build this fast just normally, but I cannot. I don't know, insufficiently awesome for that. But yeah, so it's just sped up so we can just get to the juicy stuff quickly, and so I don't scratch my head thinking what things to say about it. Because past me is really slow, and present me thinks a lot faster than past me does. That makes sense. So anyway, it's just, I quite like building, I don't know, I might have a bit of an addiction now to spin block wings, because they're just really convenient. Definite downsides, by the way. I talk about that, and I made a video on them some time ago. Regarding their pros and cons. One of the biggest cons with them is that they're very fragile. So wings are very flimsy, and sure, you might be able to get your craft moving at like 240 meters per second with them, but if a flak shell explodes anywhere in the same zip code as the thing, which is possible because APS shells, they're very fast, it will immediately rip all the wings off and then you're back to square one. Unless you armor them, in which case the thing is going to be kind of, well, it's going to be bigger and it's going to have more volume and you might not want that, blah, blah, blah. And just at the end of the day, you know, you could just make something with custom jets that flies just as fast and is much more sturdy and much more controllable. Because that's the thing, spin block wings. Oh, I should mention, I have experimented with people's suggestions. People have been suggesting that, hey, maybe you can use ACBs to change the lift direction of the wings or stuff like that, or use complex control surfaces in order to make the thing pull in the other direction, so to speak. And I've tried that, and it does not seem to work. There's no ACB setting to change what wings do, which would be pretty freaking useful if it did, because, you know, that would be really cool. So yeah. I am, however, experimenting with, as you see here, trying to make something a little bit more visually distinct than just, you know, sticks. But yeah, it's just like a big wing thing right here. And the end result of this, I should explain what my plan is here. It's a very flat cargo plane. So the whole idea is that this thing is going to spend most of its time out of play anyway. And it moves very fast, and it can carry a lot of cargo, and it costs 0 materials to run. And since it doesn't have RTGs on it, as would normally be a case with something that's free to run, it's very, very cheap. So the end result of this craft, I forget how cheap it is. It's very, very, very cheap indeed, and great for spamming and just sending all over the place. Probably could stick a repair tentacle on it so it can clone itself. That would be practical. Anyway, this is just something that the concept popped into my head, and I really thought, like, I've got to build this, guys. I gotta. It ain't compulsory, but you just gotta. And also, yes, lots of propellers. Lots of propellers, because lots of propellers is good. And, I guess aesthetic-wise, the immediate problem with this thing that you'll immediately notice is that it's very flat. It's basically just a wing. That the whole thing is just 1 meter thick. So, yeah, like, I get the idea that some people might not like that, but, you know, I'm fine with it, as you can probably guess. If I wasn't fine with it, you probably wouldn't be seeing this video. I would have gone, like, you know, all, you know, artiste, and, like, twirled my moustache, which I don't actually have, and just thrown off my beret, which I don't actually have, and said, like, it is rubbish. What am I doing with my life? I have turned French for nothing. I thought it would help me create art, but it has not. But yeah, this is fairly alright, and so also I think one major complaint that people could have with this thing, and by people I mean myself because this does occur to me, is like, well, that thing I just did there, just hitting the fill with all those material containers, I could have used bigger ones. There's ones which are 2 meters in size, and is a little bit more block count efficient, except this thing has a very low block count anyway, and again, this is unarmed, it's not going to fight, so it's not going to tax the CPU, like, at all. So, yeah, it's not really an issue as far as I'm concerned. Also, it means you can draw pretty patterns on it, which is exactly what I ended up doing. My goodness, it is a different experience, commentating over something that's, like, you know, moving at times 2 speed. I'm having to keep up with my past self. That's astonishing, if you think about it. Past self is usually slow, usually thinks about things. Now I have no time to think about anything. But anyway, so, yeah, we've got balloon takeoff ACBs because why not? I mean, strictly speaking, don't really need them. It's just helpful for this thing to get its ass out of the water. And yeah, very simple broadside stuff. Very, very simple. Nothing fancy at all. And pitch towards target altitude is very handy. And that's basically it, really. Right there, all the settings you need, and we're flying along. And this is the... Yep, so just over 100 meters per second. I think it looks really good. Immediately after I was done making this thing, clever past me. Even remembered to set the... Oh my goodness, now I'm sick. Even remembered to set what kind of a resource carrier it is, which is very, very good. And yeah, so it's just aircraft, support craft, and I named this thing on the spot, so no name suggestions are required. So, what did I name it? Oh, the Spin Maker cargo plane, which is lovely, lovely. And yeah, I really do need to do stuff with it, so yep, just make it bright white, like the space shuttle, and this is my favorite bit, is that I like putting a black edge on stuff like this. It just looks cool, just pale with white. I've always liked that, like from the very moment I started playing From the Depths. I just liked this kind of stark black and white, which is one of the reasons why Arctic Camo is one of my favorite ones. Is like, you know, it's just stark black and white, you know what you're getting, nothing fancy. The fact that I'm colorblind, what's it called again? Darn it, I've forgotten what kind of colorblind it is, but it's the one where red and green is the main problem. Although blue and purple can sometimes confuse me as well, so maybe that's why. I also tend to prefer black and white clothing in real life, so maybe that's an extension of it. It's just like, I can't see color. People tell me this is mauve, and this is indigo. I can't tell what that is, so I'm going to stop caring. I love this wing shape. Can I just say, I think it looks amazing. Looks so good! It makes me feel good. And this is another part that I'm really proud of, is that do want the poles that the spin blocks sit on, the propellers, to go right through the wing, but I wanted it to carry as much material as possible, so I cunningly hide it. I use cunning, decorative cunning. I might not be a complete master at aesthetics, but I do have my tiny moments, I feel. But yeah, so this is basically it, really, except I think, actually, no, there's a little bit more to go. It has, yes, this is another propeller that's, you know, decorative in the middle for absolutely no reason. And I just decide, even though this is where, like, the aesthetics are kind of taking over my brain a little bit, because I think, like, I can't have those jagged engines? Those jagged edges even underneath even underneath the hull. Because even though nobody, especially me, would ever see them, I would know that they're there, and that's enough. So that's very much, I think, the common thing among aesthetic builders, really, is just like, it doesn't matter that you can't see it, I know that it's there, and it's bugging me. So yeah, I feel that that was very much the case of what happened there. Yep, so we've got a big propeller deco in the middle for absolutely no reason. And I do not remember if I do the same thing on the other side. And yep, looks like I don't. And I remember just in the nick of time that this thing absolutely needs a cockpit. That is not negotiable. You gotta stick the cock somewhere. You can't have your cock just flying around in the breeze. That's bad. That's bad. Like, you don't want... You need a pit to stick the cock in. And I just got demonetized for saying that. So, yeah, that's basically it. Just a short, sweet, let's build... to make a somewhat pretty cargo plane that hopefully should be quite useful. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Let's build. Farewell.